Congratulations for the movie because it's amazing. And the first question is, there are more Raya or Namari in the world?
It's interesting. It's a very interesting question. The first time we've heard it, but I would say this, that for us, in the storytelling process, Raya and Namari were really both sides of the same coin. And really, if you look at it, they're very much the same kind of character, that they're both daughters of chiefs. They are fierce warriors and, future leaders of their land, and they care deeply for their family and their community. They just they just deal with it in very different ways. Raya had her wisdom of her father and the wisdom of Sisu, so she chose a different path. So I would say really in this world, I hope all of us are, in our hearts, a Raya and a Namari, and it's just looking to see which path that we are going to take.
Do you think that it's more important to have imagination today or trust for the world that we live?
That's a good question too. Great questions. I'm afraid to say that I don't know how much of one you can have without the other. That to truly kind of let your imagination get out of the box, you have to trust something about the world and about others and about yourself. So one follows the other. Not trying to get out of it, but I actually think that's true.
But you went in South East Asia to see the location and to find, I suppose, also the inspiration. So I would like to know what elements of South Asia enrich the protagonist of the story.
I'll start. I think first and foremost, one of the things we found when we went to Southeast Asia, it's 11 countries with lots and lots of cultures and traditions and religions and influences. One of the things that struck us was this sense of community that we found everywhere we went. The sense of we is so strong of doing something for the whole, even with all these differences. And that we knew that was what we wanted to tell a story about. Our story is about overcoming differences. And so as an underneath guiding thematic, that's a big one. There were many other things that we found, especially working with our anthropologists and cultural experts, and with our writers and our head of story, and many others on the team who are Southeast Asian themselves, that were shared principles throughout. So it would be things like the way the patterns work, the way life is so dependent on water around the river, many other things like that. But most importantly, it was that thematic, and that our Sisu dragon is inspired by the Naga, by the beautiful Naga or dragon, water being elemental who brings harmony from the region. I'd say those are the two top ones, but we could go on for hours about all the influences.
Right. And just to add to that, though, I think what the larger world may not be aware of is that Southeast Asia has a great tradition of strong female warriors and strong female leaders. And so it was, and if you know any Southeast Asians, you can tell from the women in their family, how like authoritative and charismatic they are. So, it was important to have those elements in Raya, but also in Sisu and Namari, and being able to infuse those characters with that strength, was very exciting for all of us.
Thank you very much. Maybe I'm a little bit Namari, but
Me too.
I'm looking for Mariah.
Me too, a little bit.